Welcome gamers, welcome back to Gamers Bay, it's Daniel, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at a classic arcade fighting game from back in 1996, and one that I often find myself coming back to, Breaker's Revenge. And today I'm going to be playing solely as one of my favorite characters in the game, Sho. So I previously made a few videos showcasing some of the characters in the game, but I really wanted to make a video that touched more on the background of the game itself, so that's what we're going to do here. So the Revenge version was a minor update to the original game, which added some polished graphics, some updates to fighting maneuvers, as well as the sword-wielding ninja character Saizo, who we're actually fighting here. Now, the game was developed by Visco and published to arcades by SNK. Now, since the mid-2000s, I think, Visco has pretty much switched gears away from the game development world. I know that they were actually producing slot machines for a while. I don't know if they're still doing that now, but they're really not involved in video games anymore today, I believe. Now, that's also something that IGS did, and was the production of slot machines. They did it to really great success. And so I'm not surprised that other game developers would also try to jump into the world of casinos, because there is a lot of money to be made in that. Now, something that's really notable about this game series is that all the characters are essentially knockoffs of Capcom Street Fighter 2 characters. Now, if you take a closer look at the characters in the game, you'll quickly start to realize that all the characters share a very striking resemblance to characters from Street Fighter, both in terms of their appearance and their fighting maneuvers. Now, a few really good examples of this would be, say, the character Alzian III, who closely resembles Street Fighter's Dalsum with his long stretchy arms and legs, and he breathes out gas instead of fire, as Dalsum would. But he does it in the same mannerisms, so it's really interesting. Now, another example would be the character Rila, who more closely resembles the character Blanca from Street Fighter, with her appearance and attacks that feel almost identical to his. Of course, she doesn't actually electrocute her opponents the way that Blanca does. Then there's characters like Pell, who more closely resemble the character Vega, or Condor, who more closely resembles the character Zangief. And of course there's the character Sho, which we're playing as here, who appears to share similarities with Street Fighter's Ryu and Ken, which is pretty obvious with his fireball attacks and so forth. Now, while this game wasn't as popular as some of the other SNK titles of the era were, like say, The Art of Fighting or the Fatal Fury series, in my opinion, it was a very good functional fighting game. Now, something else though is that it does have an accompanying storyline that goes along with the game. Now, it's nothing fantastic. It's pretty much what you would expect in a typical fighting game. Let's face it, fighting games, the focus is always on the gameplay and the graphics. This is not an RPG, so it doesn't have a super in-depth storyline. So anyways, the game's story is pretty much centered around a fighting tournament known as Fist, or Fighting Instinct Tournament, where the game's characters compete for fame and fortune. And whoever remains in the tournament upon defeating the initial roster faces off against the tournament's organizer and end boss, known as Hong Bai Hu, who interestingly, the end boss is actually a playable character on the Neo Geo CD release, which I'll get into more of that in just a minute. But unlike alternate SNK fighting titles that were typically based on strategy and timing your inputs just right, Breakers was a lot more fast-paced. Something else to note is that Breakers had more conventional and simplistic inputs for the fighting maneuvers, which is also what we saw with the Street Fighter 2 series. That's part of what put Street Fighter 2 on the map, was the simplicity of the fighting maneuvers. Now, as a final note, it looks like there's actually an attempt to reboot this series in the works, a developer known as Qbyte Interactive is actually planning to launch the Breakers Collection in early 2023. I believe in January. That's the release date they gave. I don't know if it's actually gonna, if it'll get postponed or anything. I don't know. We've been seeing a lot of it the last couple years. The collection is supposed to feature both of the original games, both Breakers and Breakers Revenge, along with a bunch of brand new content. So I'm really interested to see how that comes out. And it will be available on Steam. I don't know about which other platforms. I'm assuming probably, most likely on Xbox, on Microsoft, and Sony. So we'll have to wait and see. So anyways, that is Breakers and this awesome character Sho. Like I said, he's just almost a spit image of Ryu and Ken. He does have some really unique attacks though. That multi-punching attack is really cool. He can stretch his arms pretty well across the screen. But that's the only really like long-range attack that he has. He's not like Alzine where he can stretch, just about any maneuver. So anyways, that is Breakers Revenge. It's a lot of fun to play this. I'll try to keep you guys updated about the Breakers collection. I'm probably going to buy it when it comes out because I really want to check it out. I want to see how it comes out. And hopefully, I'm hoping they'll actually add maybe a new character or something like that. And maybe possibly, hopefully, put the end boss in as a playable character as well. So anyways, many thanks for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. I am going to continue to play through the game, and you're welcome to continue to watch, but I'm going to go ahead and tune out now. Many thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
KO. You win. Round 1. Fight. KO. You lose. Round 2. Fight. KO. You win. Round 3. Fight. KO. You win. Round 1. Fight. KO. You win. Round 2. Fight. Ha! 三段蹴りでガリで後半いや KO You lose Round 3 Fight いやガリリボルバー三段蹴りで後半で後半触れない三段蹴りで後半いや触れない断裁手経験勝負KO You win Round 1 Fight で後半出ない岩砕手カーダブーラ出ない三段蹴りで後半で後半で後半 KO You win Round 2 Fight バブー出ない三段蹴りで後半で後半で後半いや出ない岩砕手で後半で後半触れない三段蹴り触れない三段蹴りショ触れない三段蹴りいや触れない三段蹴りで後半いや触れない三段蹴りで後半バブーで後半You win Round 1 Fight 触れない三段蹴りで後半触れない三段蹴り触れない三段蹴りいやで後半交流が触れない三段蹴りKO You lose Round 2 Fight 交流が交流が交流がで後半で後半で後半シュートブランKO You lose まだまだだ9Round 1 Fight で後半で後半で後半交流が交流が交流が選球会いや三段蹴り交流がKO You lose Round 2 Fight 交流が交流が後半後半後半交流が後半いやへっかも触れない三段蹴り触れない三段蹴り後半交流が後半後半交流が交流が後半三段蹴り You win Round 3 Fight 後半後半いや出ない岩砕手出ない三段蹴り後半いや出ない岩砕手後半後半交流が交流が後半 Round 1, fight! KO! You lose! Round 2, fight! KO! You lose! 9. Round 1, fight! KO! You lose! Round 2, fight! KO!